This is the Black Soul Music Experience podcast report for Saturday, August 1st, 2020. This is the report on where I tell you about my upcoming events, what's going to be on the next episode of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, and for breaking music news. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. Hoping you and your families are continuing to have a safe and happy summer as we are now in the month of August and we're only just 4 weeks away from the season premiere of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, which will be airing on Tuesday, August 25th. Now, normally on my Black Soul Music Experience podcast homepage on my Facebook, I would tell my audience about what's going to be on the next episode and to find out how many people have been tuning in to my podcast. But unfortunately, since my podcast is now open to the public and it was hard for me to schedule it, everything. So now, since I'm joined to Substack, now it'll be easier for me to let you know on what's going to be on the season premiere of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. But first, I want to tell you on how many people have been tuning in to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast here in the United States and all around the world. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have the video version for those who have been tuning in to my video podcast, whether it's aired on Spotify or Amazon Music or Patreon or YouTube. So here's the report. For those who've been tuning in to the video version of my podcast, for the ladies, we only had 35.8%. For the guys, 55.7%. Those who've been tuning in to my podcast for the age range, 2.8% for ages 18 to 22, 4.7% for those ages from 0 to 17, 3.8% for ages 23 to 27, 9.49% for ages 28 through 34, 34.9% for ages 35 through 44, 20.8 for ages 45 to 59, and 23.6% for 60 plus seniors. We had over 1,312 streams or plays and downloads, and we have 102 followers. So we need 298 followers. Those who've been tuning in here in the United States, 36.3%. In Australia, 17.6%. In the UK, 12.7%. In Canada, 11.8%. Spain, 3.9%. Germany, 2.9%. New Zealand, also 2.9%. India, also 2.9%. And also 1% for those countries, which include Sweden, Belgium, Japan, Austria, Singapore, the Philippines, Vietnam, Ireland, and the Netherlands. And now let's go to the audio section for those who've been checking out my podcast, whether it's on different podcasts, which is not on Apple Podcast or Spotify or iHeartRadio. But for those that have been tuning in to the audio other platforms, whether it's iVox or Podbean. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, for the audio version. For the ladies, it's 100%. And for the age range, 100% for ages 35 to 44. We have over 187 followers, so we need 220 more followers. When we have over 10,970 plays or streams and downloads. Here in the United States, we have 67.3%, Australia, 7.7%, Jamaica, 5.8%, and Spain, also 5.8%. In the UK, 3.8%, Ghana, 1.9%, and it's also the same with Belgium, Peru, South Africa, and Canada. For those who've been tuning in to my video podcast, which we stream it on through YouTube, we have 256 subscribers. We need 600 subscribers to get up to 800 subscribers. So, for those who haven't checked out my podcast, since we are on summer vacation, now is your chance to check out my podcast available right now on YouTube. All you need to do is just go to the YouTube homepage, type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, and click on the magnifying glass. And be sure to look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo. And that way you'll check out all of the episodes from seasons 4 and season 5. So, as I said, we now have 256 subscribers. We need 600 more to start the fall season. And speaking of that, I will tell you about what's going to be on the fall preview. So, on my fall preview special, I'm going to tell you who's going to be the first artist to start off season 6 of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. I'm not going to tell you, but you're going to have to tune in, which will be on Tuesday, August 4th. And you're going to find out who's going to open up the season premiere of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast when it returns on Tuesday, August 25th. We have recorded 2 episodes so far, and on the week of August 4th, we have another singer to interview for my podcast. And we have some others that we're trying to get to. And yes, for those who have interviewed, they have recommended me to interview some of the music producers, as well as those who work behind the scenes, and from others that are doing some promos for a worthy cause. So, lots of chunk of information that you're going to hear on my report. And I'll let you know who's going to be the guest to start off season number 6. So, as I said, make sure you tune in to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast all this summer. Please check out all of my seasons 4 and 5, and make sure that you become a member. So, as I can tell you, I'm joining the Substack family. Make sure you make a donation. Please subscribe by contributing to my podcast report. All you need to do is go to Substack. It's only $8 a month, and you're helping me to continue with my podcast report to bring you what's coming up on my podcast, breaking music news, and for my upcoming events. As I said in the last report, I have an upcoming event coming up on Saturday, September 26th in the NYC. It'll be in the afternoon from 1 to 5, and I'll let you know where it's going to take place. And it's being hosted by Monica Hamlet, and she's the one that I had interviewed on season 5. She was an independent singer back then. She was not on any major record label. She was not on Motown or Atlantic or Arista or Warner Brothers or CBS, which was later sold to Sony Music, or RCA Records was later sold to BMG, nor ABC was later sold to Universal Studios, as well as other labels. She was not on A&M, and she wasn't on Casablanca Record and Filmworks either. So you get the picture, ladies and gentlemen. She was a singer back then. Today, she is an entrepreneur taking care of the community, for the community, by the community. and she'll be coming to the NYC for one day only, Saturday, September 26th. I'll be playing the music in between while the live band's taking their 30 or 45-minute intermission. And I'll tell the folks about my Black Soul Music Experience podcast. As I said earlier, we're up to 256 subscribers, so we need 600 more subscribers. And let's get it up to 1,000 subscribers so that we can close out 2026. This will be my best birthday gift ever for the month of October. So, what's my birthday wish? Please subscribe to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Let's get it up to 1,000 subscribers just in time for my birthday, October 18th. And if you have Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, please subscribe to those platforms. And if you have a hard time getting on to the Riverside.fm link where I release the episodes through Riverside.fm to those platforms, make sure you please become a member. Please make your donation by supporting my podcast to Patreon. All you need to do is have your laptop computer or your desktop computer. Make sure you go to patreon.com or just go to the Patreon homepage where you see all of the Patreon shows done by different creators. Make sure you go to the search box and type in the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast 6. Number 6. Don't put down the word SIX, just put down the number 6. And all you need to do is click on there where you see all of my Patreon, I should say, all of my audio and video podcast episodes and all of the audio and video podcast clips that you may have missed. And if you have a hard time getting on to Patreon, then you can go on to Substack as well. So for Patreon, it's only $5.50 a month. You're helping me to continue with my podcast as I continue to bring you Black music stories that needs to be told and needs to be exposed. And for my spinoff right here, the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast Report, make sure you subscribe on Substack. It's only $8 a month. You're helping me to bring you information that needs to be told to all of the viewers and listeners for my upcoming events, what's going to be on the next episode of my podcast, and for breaking music news. So please make sure you like, subscribe, go to my YouTube channel, go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience, or just go to the homepage, go to the YouTube homepage and type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Click the magnifying glass and be sure to look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo. All you need to do is please check out the episodes. Please subscribe. Please support. Please give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment and please pass it on. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and this has been the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast Report for August 1st, 2026. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening and continue to have a safe and happy summer.